Memories held in stains. He bowed down to his weakness as it courses through his veins. Well, nobody takes heed to this homeless mind's advice, but I stood there seeing truth and thinking twice. It only shines bright. When the light shines down, it only shines white. Shine down, illuminator, so I let go.
Welcome back to Cuppa Tea TV, and I am delighted to say I have with me Son, aka Susan O'Neill. Susan, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm grand now, I'm grand. Delighted to have you on the show.
Oh, delighted to be here.
You're a legend.
Oh, thanks a million.
What I want to start with is, where are you from?
Oh, this is the question. Where am I not from is what the question is now. Right, so I grew up in Clare, but I spent the last 8-9 years in Waterford, so I think half my heart is in Clare at this point and half it's in Waterford is kind of the way it works. I feel like I'm kind of from both at this point, to be fair. Yeah. But now I'm living in Dublin, so I feel like I'm nobody's child. I'm a hybrid.
You're always welcome back in Clare, though.
Oh yeah,
always
no, I love coming back here. Yeah, up the banner is right.
Brilliant. And we're in Kenny's now, in Lahinch.
Oh yes, great spot.
And you were just playing at the Flat Kill.
Yes, I was. Yes,
yeah.
Over the last 3 days actually. So this is the perfect way to spend a Tuesday.
Cool.
Yeah, to wind it all and bring it to like the perfect close for me for Clare. So
nice one.
The Flat was amazing. Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant.
You were on stage with Sharon Shannon.
I was. Yeah. I played with her on the Saturday night there in the Dome, and then we did a song for the Flat TV and a couple of tunes afterwards. I just did a little bit of back in there on the Sunday, so yeah, it was great.
Your version of Clear to Hear was ridiculous.
Oh, thanks a million.
Yeah,
you know, I've played that song so many times over the last couple of years. Actually a lot in Waterford when I thought about Clare, and because it is a long way from Clare to anywhere. And I'd always think about it, and it was really nice to get a chance to play it on home turf. You know, I think I was a couple of lines in and everyone started to join in, and I was like, don't cry. When Friday comes around, Terry's only into Friday. Now I'd love to let her home, oh, but I'm too tired for riding. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way, and it gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here.
If you could, give us a quick synopsis of your music career from, let's say, when you first started playing music to where you are now.
Quick synopsis is brass band from like this high. And then
who needs ages? Let's just do
heights.
Yeah,
we'll do heights, right? So like brass band, then like guitar, because the trumpet wasn't cool anymore.
Right.
And then, you know, then back to the trumpet because it is cool again. And moved to Waterford then to do the BA, and I did BA music up there. You met so many musicians. You became involved with Propeller Palms up there, became involved with King Kong Company. I mean, two totally different genres. One is kind of like ska, dance, techno-y, madness, amazingness, and then the other is rock and roll and funk. So met them there and really just got to gig around and learn a lot more about the trade. And now, and then over the last year and a half, I've kind of finished my own album and I've started gigging that around the place. And it's.
So when did you release that album actually?
I never really technically properly released it. I went on Facebook one day and said, "Well, there, lads, you can."
Few songs there.
There's a few, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I did.
Original, actually,
I did it a right like little. We call it a soft launch. That's the technical term I hear.
Cool.
So yeah.
So in terms then of songwriting for you, how does that work? How does that process work for you?
Songwriting, I actually have loads of different methods. Sometimes I Frankenstein songs to pieces. Like, oh, here's a song I started writing, like Mrs. Karma, for instance. I started that when I was 13, but I, took it back out again when I was 24, 25, and like pieced it together and was like, okay, that bit's too angry, scribble it out and put that in instead. But so I tend to Frankenstein songs together. But the likes of Jemison Blues just came out in one world. Thank you very much. That was one whirlwind of a morning.
Wow.
Wrote the song, went back to bed. It's like took the shot, wrote the song, and went back to bed. So yeah.
Yes. I like to ask people that I talk to about their influences, but I remember reading or hearing in an interview previously with you that you used to sing a lot of Guns N' Roses.
I did.
At a young age.
Yeah.
And you attribute a little bit of that to maybe the rasp in your voice.
Yes, I do. Yeah, that was Dad. Dad was like a Guns N' Roses fan. Mum and Dad took me to their gig. That was one of my first kind of gigs that they took me to. But I loved them. I got into rock and roll first. Dad had a lot of just the good music. Simon Garfunkel. What other kind of stuff? Obviously Janis, the Beatles. All of those CDs, all the best ofs were always just sitting there in the house for me. And I just went wandering a lot when I was younger. I just picked out one and would take it away and it would never return. I got in so much trouble. I owe my dad so many CDs.
He's watching this now.
I was never allowed near the vinyls.
That's gas. Just to go back on something there. Was it last week you were in the National Concert Hall?
Yes.
Performing with
that was Sharon Shannon again.
As well. Yeah.
That was.
How cool was that?
That was one of my favourite gigs because, I felt a little bit. I was saying to the lads earlier. I felt a little bit like June and Johnny Cash kind of. I was there with Mark. It was great because it was 2-piece.
Yeah.
And just just the venue, just looking up and I hadn't played in a theatre of that kind of calibre before. Not with my own music, and that kind of. It was a bit special as well.
I can just tell from how you're talking about it that it was like a completely different experience.
Yeah, I was a bit wide-eyed walking around afterwards. We're gonna get more of them.
Yeah.
So that was a really, really cool gig. This just the sound was really good as well, and the audience were really, really nice.
Savage.
Yeah.
Fair play to you.
They were a great crowd. Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Well done.
Slowly.
So you have a CD out.
I do.
Is there other stuff on social media that people can find you on?
There is. The CD is called Found Myself Lost, and I've stuff up all like under Sun or Susan O'Neill or sometimes both. I have a few cover versions up there on YouTube, and I'm working on some new songs as well at the moment, so they'll be out soon. So
Savage, can't wait to hear them.
Yeah, me, so I won't have any date now. I'll probably just put it up the day beforehand.
Soft launch.
They'll all be soft launches. But so working on some new stuff, so I'm excited to kind of start sharing that as well, because the other stuff took so long to put out there that I'm kind of eager to share and move on and let the kind of music evolve. Yeah, God knows where it'll go.
I'm excited to find out anyway.
Me too.
I'll be watching closely.
Thank you.
Susan, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank
You're an absolute legend.
Thanks a million, man. Cheers.
from Cuppa Tea TV here in Kenny's Bar with Son,
Yes.
Susan O'Neill. Until next time, chill, chat and tunes, and we'll see you soon. Nice.
Thank you.
Legend. Yeah.
December shades of chill and cold. Who would have expected snow? Will I let you take me to your land with not but a guitar in hand? This fan is blowing here as well. I feel very elegant.
Do you want it? Do you want
No,
it on?
it's lovely. It's really nice.
More air.
Yeah,
Like your
yeah.
hair going across.
What's that? Sorry, ask me another question.
Oh, stop. Love it.